Beats Planet.
Testing. 1 2 1 2. How is my sound? Chat box. How is my sound? What does my sound sound like? Maybe I should pull this back and turn this up and go, hey, there we go. Hey. What's up, y'all? It's Voch, the Lombardi. We're back at it again. Another day filled with hard work. Another day filled with analysis and good old football education. What's cracking? There are some people asking me, when are we going to break down the undrafted free agents? Well, I'm kind of waiting around a little bit. I don't necessarily want to put out a video on undrafted free agents and they're not officially official just yet. You know what I mean? Because yesterday y'all was like, yo, Voch, what about Courtney Davis from Texas A&M? Well, sure, he was a Cowboy for like 28 minutes, but then he changed his mind and went and got paid and went somewhere else. You know what I mean? So, the time is going to come. The time is going to come for us to talk about undrafted free agents. When everything is official and kind of, locked into place, then we'll just kind of cross that road whenever we get there. So just have a little bit of patience. And we'll cross that road whenever we get there. Okay. But until then, though, this is what has kind of happened over the past few days or so. I've done a lot of reactions and I didn't necessarily get a lot of thoughts from you guys, right? I've reacted 3 times, 3, 4, 5 times. I've had me and Foots the King on to kind of talk about the draft class as a whole. I'll probably do some work with Law Nation and the guys. We may get a roundtable going at some point. But as of now, what I want to do is give you guys an opportunity, because I know y'all like to get y'all's off too. I want to give y'all an opportunity to get your thoughts and opinions out on the table. You know what I mean? I want to give you a chance to, kind of just ask me questions, just so you ain't got to tag me on social media and hope I see it. Ask me some questions, give me your thoughts, give me your reactions. How did you react to it? And we'll get into it and cross that road when we get there. And what else? I was saying something else. I forgot what I said. Yes. We're going to be dropping film after this. So everybody kind of like stay tuned or whatever, because we're going to be dropping film. We got the CD Lamb film out, 2 CD Lamb films. Y'all should go watch those. I found some all 22 of him, his sophomore year. So I'm gonna do a film session on CD Lamb again. So I'm gonna have 3 CD Lamb film sessions out. We did Diggs and Badass yesterday. So I'm gonna drop a Neville Gallimore film session after we do this live stream here. And then I'm gonna go to work on the Bradley and Nye film. And I gotta find Reggie Robinson film. Like, it's hard to find Tulsa film. It's kind of difficult to find that. So like, y'all just kind of give me a minute to work on that. I don't want to pull the broadcast view because I hate doing DB film on like with broadcast view. So like, give me a second to like figure that out. But we got Gallimore coming after this, and then we got Bradley and Nye coming tomorrow. So allegedly coming tomorrow. We'll see. So if y'all want to call into the show, the number to call in is 515-606-5187, access code 309104. And you can just kind of call in and just, give me your vibes, man. Give me your vibes and tell me what you think. Man, DMV Pride, man. Listen, man. I just want to say this for anybody too, dog. I just don't want a whole bunch of trolling and foolishness in my chat box, man. DMV Pride, you one of the guys that's always in my chat box. You always come watch my videos. You've been around on this channel for a while, but let's not get into the troll work, man. If y'all want to do that on YouTube, if y'all want to do that on Twitter and on the Facebook machine, y'all could do all that. But I like to reserve my chat box for a constructive conversation. You know what I mean? And I don't mind anybody coming in to discuss their team and having pride about their team. I don't care about that. I don't really care about that. But let's have some constructive discussion if we're going to have it in my chat box. Let's not do the whole trolling thing, because I get y'all the hell up out of there. You know what I'm saying? I get people the hell up out of here. You know what I mean? And DMV Pride, you've been on this channel for a while, and I don't want to get you up out of here. So everybody relax. Cowboy fans and Washington fans, kind of chill. But let's get into the phones, though. Let's get into the phones. Let's see what my guy Rio, what's cracking, man?
Hey, Blood, what's good, my man? What's good, man? Hey, man, congrats on the whole situation, dog. Congrats on that whole draft class, my guy. Hey, man, that's a ring right there. That team right there says ring, my guy. Man. It really do.
First of all, appreciate you. You have been a blessing to this channel. Shouts out to you first of all, because you see, then what you do, you'll just come through, drop a little package and leave. You don't even watch the whole show sometime, you know what I mean? So, but I just want
I'll be at work, fam. Like I'll be at work, like, oh shit, he dropping a live stream. Let me just hit a drive by real quick.
I remember
and get back to
Man, I'm just saying, man, appreciate you, man. Thank you for everything that you do for the channel. I remember when you got the job. We go that far back, you know what I'm saying? So appreciate you. But what's up, my guy? What you got for the show?
Well, the main thing I just want to talk about is just like pretty much it was like a good day for like everybody, dog. Like in terms of like all the teams and shit. Like
sure.
The only people that really had like a bad draft weekend was like the Packers. Yeah. You know, like Bears, Philly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know, but still though, I think those teams, they crawled so everybody else can walk. You know what I mean? Like they made bad picks so we can have good ones in the future. You know what I'm saying? So salute to them.
You put it like that, man. Shit, but no. When you look at your squad, man, like first of all, man, I'm a big fan of CD Lamb, dog. Like straight up, like. Back when this whole thing started, like back in like August, September, when you had all them fake asses like giving out them hints like, oh, T. Higgins, wide receiver #1 and all that shit, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I put out that aim. I'm a big fan of Jerry Jeudy, but CD Lamb can do everything Jerry Jeudy can do, if not better, man. And I said that since October, dog. Like, when everybody was saying like, oh, man, Denzel Mims, T. Higgins, all that shit, I'm like, nah, man.
Mm-hmm.
CD Lamb go hard, fam. And for him to like follow y'all at 17, man, boy, that was a blessing in disguise, dog. Straight up, man. Like, y'all couldn't wish for nothing better than that, bro. I'm sorry, dog. Y'all couldn't wish for no better than that, man.
So what I'm thinking about though, and this has kind of been a trend amongst, not just the Cowboys, but a lot of the teams. I think what Kansas City is doing is that they're making other teams prep for the track meet that they run into. You know, mostly when you see the like the big dog in the league, right? That'll be Kansas City. Most of the time, people will go draft defense to kind of combat that. I think what's happening is people aren't necessarily trying to combat that defense because they Pat may be unstoppable. So you just got to score as many points as him. Maybe that's the case.
Exactly, bro. That's the same thing. That's the same thing that was going on in the playoffs, bro. Everybody's like trying to hype up the Titans and shit. Like, man, the Titans can't beat the Chiefs, bro. They can't outscore the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it was like, oh, Derrick Henry this, Derrick Henry. Like, first of all, Derrick Henry can't drop 50 points on his own. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you basically right, dog. Like every team, like my Broncos, your Cowboys, bro. Like everybody running the spread now, fam. The days of like 21 personnel, all that shit over, dog. Like everybody running like 10 personnel at minimum. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
3 wide receiver slots, trips, empty sets. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but shotguns, pistols, all that. Like that's basically like the route that like the league's going now. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, absolutely. And to be fair, if we got to run out Cooper and Gallup and Lamb and Zeke and Dak, like if that's what we got to do, let's do it. You know what I'm saying?
When you put it like that, bro, that's a dope ass spread, bro. Like, look at that spread. You got Dak at QB, Zeke at runner. If Zeke ever gets tired, he need like a little blow real quick. You put Tony Pollard in that motherfucker. Tony Pollard go hard. You got CD Lamb. You got Mari Cooper. You got fucking Michael Gallup, bro. That shit kind of go hard, dog.
Mm-hmm.
And that O-line, I mean, that O-line ain't really dope no more, but it's still solid, bro. It's still better than like half these, bro. All you need is like a decent O-line. It don't got to be top tier, but like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We'll live. We'll see what happens. But hey, man, shouts out to the Broncos, man, because y'all took Jerry Jeudy, who's a gangster in his own right. You know what I'm saying? Who is a gangster in his own right, man. So he was one of my favorite players y'all got. And didn't y'all get Cushionberry too?
Yeah, that's my thing too, brother. Cause like I ain't gonna lie, I really mess with CD Lamb, bro. Like I really mess with CD Lamb, but Jerry Jeudy was my wide receiver 1, bro.
Sure.
So for us to get Jerry Jeudy, that was a blessing, dog. And I also mess with Cushionberry too, dog. Like with that O line now, got Glasgow and Reisner at guard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a big fan of Bowles. I'm not a big fan of Juwan James either. But like, got them two cats too.
Sure.
Then you got Christian Various Center, man. That O-line kind of sitting now. I'm not 100% happy with our draft though. Cause like that corner's got an Iowa dog. Nah, man. I watched him, man. He like a day 3 guy, 5th rounder, 6th round, 7th round. He ain't no round 2 guy. So that kind of made me hurt a little bit. And then we got Netane
Moody.
Oh, that one had me crying a little bit. I ain't going.
Hey man, somebody had to get him. Somebody had to get him, man. Somebody had to do it.
Well, I gotta be us though, man. Like,
yeah, you know, Broncos crawling, so we go. Anyway, but besides that though, man, I don't really have an issue with the rest of your picks, man. So, shouts out to your, to the Broncos draft and all that, and we'll see you when we see you, man. We'll see you. If y'all want to roll up in Dallas, we'll see you.
Well, no, man, Loki, I was hoping that like before this whole Corona thing, man, we was gonna like cut it up in Vegas, man, because I got my Glock 17 ready. I know where all the ranges are at, man. I thought we was about to go shoot them, dog. I ain't lying.
That's what I'm talking about, man. They said they were gonna push the Vegas draft back to 22. So if that's the case in 2022, I'll come holler, man. You know what I'm saying? See what y'all range is like up there. Do what we gotta do.
Hey, man, you ain't got to worry about getting a hotel, man. I got a big-ass crib. I got some bedroom, and I got a flat-screen TV, dog. Just chill with me, man. Free of charge, dog.
I'm so proud of Rio, man. Rio done came up, dog. Hey, man, look, appreciate you, dog. Thanks for the call. Thanks for the support. Thanks for blessing my channel, man. Salute, my guy.
Appreciate you, dog. Go Cowboys.
Yep. You see that? Respect, man. Respect. Shouts out to my guy, Rio. Let's get Brandon up in here. What's up, Brandon? From Frankly Football, because there's 4 Brandons that call my show, but Brandon from Frankly Football. How you doing, my guy?
Man, so you don't. The thing that I feel like people don't realize as Cowboys fans, we landed 6 top 100 ranked players.
Yes, sir.
In this draft.
Yes, sir. I was in disbelief.
Need to be alone.
Yeah.
On that boat. With the bottle of Johnny Walker Blue.
Yes.
Every single year.
Do it again.
Until, the Lord calls his name.
Yes, sir.
That's just what we're going to have to do.
Sure.
Because I was listening to your stream of foots the other day.
Yes.
That was last night, actually. And this may be better, as a value anyway, than the 2016 draft. I wholeheartedly believe it.
Well, see, the thing about 2016 draft is they proved like they went out to play and they ended up being the best, one of the better draft classes that we had. This class just on paper is better than them. Now we don't know what this class is. Man, what the hell?
My bad, man. I'm cooking a steak. I'm cooking a steak, man.
God damn, man, what the hell you do? Anyway.
Cast iron, dog.
You had all this time. Anyway,
I can't help that you come on now.
I can tell the pan high too. But anyway, I forgot the hell. Okay, so but yes, the value in the guys that we got in this draft, we got so many of them. It's more I would say potential for these guys to be better. So, we'll see.
Absolutely. Just like you said, on paper, the guys weren't as touted as everyone here. These guys have a proven collegiate resume. And as much as I was, touting for the defensive pickup at 17, I can't deny that we just got a baller in CeeDee Lamb at 17. It's nothing bad about that pick. As much as I wanted a defensive first rounder.
Mm-hmm. Sure. But this is my thing, though. Like, yeah. I think most of the picks that we could have taken in the first round, you were going to get similar value to that with the picks that we ended up getting anyway. Like the cornerbacks that were there in the first round. I mean, we could have gotten Christian Fulton, but Diggs is like right there with him anyway. So the value kind of worked out. Pass rusher, I mean, you could probably make a point with pass rusher, but I think Lamb was just a year better than Chason just as a player or whatever. And in terms of the safeties, both those guys went in the second round. They weren't even first round picks, so we'd have took them guys at 17. I mean, I just think it worked out. I
can agree.
Yeah.
Obviously, defensive tackle and end is its own thing.
Sure.
That's neither here nor there. But as far as the difference in value between CeeDee Lamb and McKinney and Delpit being there, CeeDee Lamb is miles ahead a better player, even though there's a distinct need for us.
Mm-hmm.
So I can appreciate that they really went, in my opinion, full best player available throughout the whole draft.
Sure.
And it's therapeutic when you can actually do that. Like so many teams this year drafted position due to need, and you can tell.
Mm-hmm.
Like look at Philly. You can tell that they drafted due to need or Doug Nussmeier getting the bottle a little too early.
Yeah.
One of the above. I'm not sure which.
Sure.
But I'm excited about these picks, man. I really wish that we had a traditional off season so that we can get these guys in camp early. But it is so much promise for all of these young guys.
Well, we got time. And you know, I think the whole quarantine thing is gonna make a big turn like right around the middle of May or whatever. So we ain't really going into camp until the end of July, you know. So or towards towards like right around the middle of July. So I think, man, as long as everybody stays in relatively good shape, you know what I mean, and they probably gonna be working out on their own. I think we should be on time for like training camp and stuff like that. I think we'll be good to go.
Definitely. I hope so. I can only hope so. I'm a little bit pessimistic with it, but that's just me.
Yeah, that's you.
But I really do hope so.
Yeah, that's you.
Out of these, of course you have Lamb. I'm going to exclude him because he would be obviously the answer. Who was your favorite young pickup as far as drafting goes?
Tyler Badass, man. And I wasn't necessarily 100% on the train to go get him because I thought where we would have to get him at, we would be sacrificing defensive picks, and making picks on defense in rounds 2, 3, and 4, and Badass being there at the end of 4. I was like, man, let's go get him then. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm 100% on board to go get him. But what makes the Badass pick even better is that we got a pass rusher in the end. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought we was moving up to go get Bradley and I or something. I was like, okay, cool. We're going to finally address the edge position. I think they're going to go get Bradley and I. So when we got Badass, I was like, man, we got Badass. Yes, but we still don't have defensive end. So the fact that we ended up getting defensive end anyway, oh, man, it just all worked out perfectly.
It's like it was meant to be. And it's just so ironic that he's another Wisconsin player.
Sure.
So it's only right.
Sure. That means something to me. Wisconsin offensive lineman, that means something to me.
O-line, best line, dog.
Anyway, what about you? Who was your favorite pick besides CeeDee Lamb? Because to be fair, CeeDee Lamb was the favorite pick. But besides CeeDee Lamb,
yeah, come on now.
But besides that though, what was your top pick?
I'm glad that we addressed the backup quarterback position. So as far as my comfort, I like Ben DiNucci. Is that how you pronounce his name?
Ben DiNucci, yes, sir.
Yeah. I like him just because I do not trust Cooper Rush, but I'm really, really happy about Neville Gallimore. He led his school and I think his conference in pressures. Mm-hmm. So if you get that from an inside guy, from B-Gap, then that's just going to let Tank and other end to be named later eat much more better.
Sure. And just for everybody listening right now, the Neville Gallimore film session is going to drop immediately after this live stream, so stay tuned for that. But I liked all these picks, man. And I think we got good value for all of them. I thought Diggs was possibly going to be an end of the first round guy. We got him in the second, man. In terms of Gallimore, he was probably going to be a second round guy. But I feel even better by having him, knowing that we got him in the third. Some teams was talking about Reggie in the second, and I thought Reggie was a third round guy, but to get him in the fourth, Tyler was probably a third. Bradley and I was definitely like a third round guy to me. I didn't really care about the quarterback pick. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't watch film on him. I didn't get a whole bunch of James Madison film. Plus, like we did so well with the top 6 picks, we could have got a damn long snapper. I ain't care. You know what I'm saying? And I'd have made it make sense too.
Well, for what it's worth, the only reason that I'm aware of him is because JMU is a Virginia school. That's where I'm at. So that's literally the only reason that I'm aware of who he is.
Well, I'm from Texas, player. We don't have none of that going on around here. But yeah,
Exactly.
man. But I think we got value at every single pick, man. And I have no complaints.
Yeah. I'm so happy with this draft. Top 2, and it's not 2.
Top 2, and it's not 2. Damn.
As far as ranking.
Hey, man, we'll see, man. You know, they all got to pan out and play and shit. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, they got to get there.
Yep. But I got callers, though. So you good? You straight?
That's all I got for you, Chief.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Whenever he gets on his job, Brandon from Franklin Football on YouTube will be putting videos up there. Whenever he want to make some money, I guess. Whenever he want to do the right thing, I guess he'll just go, I guess whenever he take it serious. All right, man.
All right, peace.
That's how you talk to him, y'all. He gonna wait. He gonna call me, wait till I answer the phone, and then drop the steak. Excuse me? Sit down. Aisha says that we have a top 5 trio in the league. I mean, I can't name 4 better, so I can't name a trio of 4 better. So help me. Let's keep getting these calls in here. 100 grand. What's happening?
Listen, man, that CD Lamb pick prompted everybody in the NFC East to go get fast receivers, whether they got it in the draft or got it in the non free agent people. The Eagles keep talking about how they're so fast now. They got all these 4-4 guys and all this blah blah blah. Don't you know most of the guys you got that can run that fast can't catch?
Well, I mean, even that too.
They can't catch.
Even at 200, like I think they're as fast as they've been. Like, I just think they are as fast as, because Nelson Aguilar wasn't slow. He just had drops. Jalen Reagor ain't slow. He just got drops. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Deshaun Jackson be healthy, man. I don't see it as being an issue, man. We're gonna beat the shot the Eagles, but go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? But they just keep running their mouth. Oh, we got 3 receivers in the draft. They're so fast and blah blah blah. The reason why y'all got them is because they're trash and they can't catch the ball.
They were supposed to get Jefferson. They were supposed to get Justin Jefferson. I'd have probably been a little worried if they'd have got Justin Jefferson. But they did.
Right.
But they didn't. So I ain't.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, what are y'all talking about? Like, y'all not going to be able to keep up with us. Our receivers can catch the ball. And you can't double up on none of them.
Sure.
What are you going to do?
Sure.
And our defense, everybody keeps talking about, well, we ain't got this person. We ain't got that person. It's a whole new scheme we playing over here, player. Ain't no more Tampa 2. Get that out your head. There's no more Tampa 2.
Mm-hmm. Cut
it out.
Yep.
You guys aren't doing anything. Nothing. Like, relax. Like, y'all not going to stop us, man. We got this division. I'm sorry.
So the Eagles drafted. So
the Giants talking about. Go ahead.
So the Eagles drafted at what, like 21 or something?
Yeah, they drafted at 21.
So 18, 19, 20, 21. They got Jalen Reagor 4 picks after Lamb was on the board. Ain't that something?
Exactly.
4 picks. Exactly. That says something about their value.
And then they're talking about their 6th round draft pick more than they talking about Reagor.
Yeah, the Southern Miss
They're talking
kid.
about some 6th round draft pick they got more than him. Where they do that at?
The Southern Miss kid is good, but I don't think he's gonna make much change over there. So
I don't understand it. And the Giants talking about receivers they got in the free agent period. Oh, we got 6'4" receivers, and we got a 6'7" receiver.
Mm-hmm.
6'7"?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
If he that tall and that lanky, that means he ain't got no meat on him. He's just gonna get cracked one time and he's gonna be out.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it. I don't understand how they talking about receivers they got, especially the Giants. You got receivers in the unfree agent round, which means they ain't that good. Now, don't get me wrong. You can find diamonds in the rough. We did it.
Sure.
We've done it, but come on, like really? Like I don't know what these guys are talking about. Like what do you mean? What do you mean? The only team in our division I can say that got better is Washington.
Sure.
They got a little better. That's it.
Hey man, you know, life gonna be life, my guy.
I'm trying to figure it out. Now, granted, everybody, like you said, everybody is following Kansas City. Mm-hmm. It's like it's an arms race. Everybody's going to get receivers because of what Kansas City is doing. Like that's what it is. And it's like now, it's like all right, everybody got receivers. Defense has got to rise to the top. I feel like this is going to be like the year whoever got a banging defense is going to win out this year. Do you agree? Sure. I think defenses is going to be the importance of a great defense is really going to be heightened this year because a lot of people are going to try to score points, especially through the air.
And, you know, contrary to what people may think, I think the Cowboys have a really, really good defense. You know, we'll just see what old buddy Mike Nolan's gonna do when he gets here.
We got a lot of pass rushers. I think that the pass rusher room is real crowded.
Sure.
So it's going to be real interesting to see what happens, especially if Gregory and my other man comes back. Yeah. I feel like that room, we got to, especially with the free agent class, we got to, even though those guys are fully not confirmed, that room is packed in there, man.
Speaking of which, Eddie B dropped a dime in the super chat. He says, Voch, I know you focus primarily on draft, but can you please give us an update on Gregory and Alden Smith as it relates to their possible spots on the team? Great job with the draft. Salute. Appreciate you, Eddie B. And just to kind of pair that up with you, 100 grand, like, you know, we don't know when Roger Goodell is going to start that process. I think they got 60 days to answer, but we don't know when they're going to start. So we don't know when the 60 days is kind of in place. But I think if we end up getting both Randy and Alden, like, I'm fine with the toxic pass rush combo. Like, you know, I don't mind that at all.
Me too. Me 100%.
You know,
me too. Especially if they can rise to their potential.
Absolutely.
Oh man,
absolutely. And I don't think there's gonna be much problem in terms of roster space because, you know, if it's gonna come down to training camp because Randy and Alden don't cost you anything. So if Randy and Alden can't show up and beat Joe Jackson, then we don't need Randy and Alden on the team anyway. We'll just cut them at that point.
I agree.
And then it'll come down to Austin Jackson versus, you know, the new boy. And, of course, the new boy is going to get the nod because he's the new boy. So, you know, I think it's all good for healthy competition, man. It's all good for healthy competition. We just going to have to see where we at.
Definitely.
But training camp going to be lit, though. I'm trying to go.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to go too.
Stay y'all ass in the house. Cowboy fans, stay y'all asses in the house, man. Because when July, I'm trying to be in California to watch this shit up front. And it's like, y'all, hey.
Training camp is going to be lit, man. That's going to be the place to be. It's going to be hard to get a ticket this year.
Shit, man. Look, man, I'm Voch, man. They better let me in that month. They better let me in that.
You got the media pass. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I don't have a media pass. I'm not that bougie yet. I could probably try to get one. I just don't want to ask nobody. I just don't want to ask for it. I want to walk in that thing, be Voch, and just, you know what I mean? And if I go, I'm not going to work. I'm going to watch. I'm going to watch. Hey, look, this is my pride with Law Nation. Tell Law Nation I said that. Look, Law Nation want to go to the training camp and watch the quarterbacks throw. We know the quarterbacks can throw. We know the quarterbacks can throw. Show me these matchups, player. Show me these matchups. That's why I'm going to training camp, to get my own footage.
Shout to him and Shango. They be lit with the training camp, man. Shout to him and Shango, man.
Man.
Real talk.
Right. Anyway, though, that's all you got, though, 100 grand?
Yeah, that's all I got, man. That's all I got, man.
Tell you what, man,
Everybody enjoy their Sunday.
Hey, man, how about this Alabama fan? Tell us about the Alabama kid we got.
Here you go.
Tell us about Diggs. Tell us about Diggs that we got.
I like him, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you this right now. I like the fact that he played receiver, so he knows routes. Sure. He knows what the receivers are going to do, and he can adjust and snatch that ball right out of the air.
Sure.
That's what I really like about his game.
Sure.
You know, I feel like he just has to get polished more in the cornerback's role. And, oh, man, we're going to get some interceptions. we gonna get some interceptions, man. But what do you feel about that position, man?
Cornerback?
You think somebody got to go, or do you feel like maybe we can get something from a trade, or
No.
want to play that game?
No, I think we did a good job of filling that room up with people that could possibly play for us, and I think Chris Richard's teaching had a lot to do with why we couldn't find the football. I think Mike Nolan's gonna have us. I think Mike Nolan's gonna have us playing a lot of press man, and if we know anything about Jordan and Cheeto, you would rather them punch people in the chest and just kind of run anyway. They did a lot of off man stuff, so Cheeto would lose a lot of battles, inside. He will, and you can't. It's hard to cover slants in off coverage. You know what I'm saying? So if we're gonna be pushing people around, then pass rush is paramount. You know what I'm saying? So Cheeto is not a bad cover guy. Jordan Lewis is not a bad cover guy. They just couldn't get their head around because Chris Richard wasn't teaching them to get their head around. I think in this press man coverage deal, I think we're going to be teaching them to get their head around. So
you don't think what's the name's too small though?
Jordan Lewis?
Yeah.
I tell you what, all the new corners that we got are 6 foot and taller. So when it's time to pay people, I don't necessarily think Jordan Lewis gets paid there. Can we use Jordan Lewis in a matchup situation, like when we did versus Alvin every time we line up against the Saints? I think that'll work. But I think Jordan Lewis will be fine. In my world, what I'm trying to do is I don't want Anthony Brown playing nowhere, so I would just throw.
Oh no, hell no. I don't know, and I'm looking for you for this. Yeah. Why they paid him? For what? I just don't understand it. Was it for death purposes?
Yeah.
Was it for insurance just in case we didn't get who we got in the draft? And then we got him just in case. Was that the move? I don't.
They liked him. They liked him. They didn't pay him a shitload of money, and they were just kind of covering their asses on that. It makes sense. It was just covering their ass because free agency is before the draft. So we got him. The same reason why we got Canada. The same reason why we got why we brought Godwin back. The same reason why we got the kid from the XFL that used to play at Alabama. We got these guys for the same reasons, to come in and compete, give us depth, to back up the first few guys, and to be kickoff guys, to be gunners, to be punt return guys. But what's going to happen is I think Jordan and Cheeto is in there. And I think Brown, for the most part, is in there. And I think Diggs and Robinson is in there. And we probably got one more spot left. And it's going to be, and that one spot is going to be for who going to play kickoff or who going to be a gunner. You know what I'm saying? So if your kid from the XFL get cut, if Canada gets cut, if Chris Westry gets cut, you ain't losing no sleep. And if Godwin's gonna be your punt team gunner, then fine, he'll be your sixth corner. He'll just be your punt team gunner.
Agreed. I just can't wait for this football season to start, man. I'm real excited for these Cowboys football, man. I'm real excited.
Indubitably.
I'm real excited.
Indubitably.
I'm planning on coming to a game, man. I'm planning on coming to Dallas, man. Real talk. Might have to fly out there for a home game, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. When all this quarantine stuff over, man, we'll probably have that conversation, man. Make you buy something or something. Buy me a beer and we'll talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, definitely got to do that.
My guy, $100,000. Stay safe out there in them streets, man. Because I know you the only one with the Gucci face mask out there. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to be different.
No, it's a Dallas Cowboys Gucci face mask.
Because you got to be different out there on the block serving them up. You know what I'm saying? Take it easy, my guy.
You already know. You all right, man?
Yep. That's my guy, $100,000, man. Yeah. Come on, man. You can't beat $100,000. Brother Naeem dropped a dime in the super chat. Appreciate you. He says, salute, Voch. I am still ebullient. I'm an idiot. Chatbox, help me out. What that mean? Does that mean excited? I'm still ebullient. I think that's it. Ebullient over the draft. Silgific. Expeditiously. Indubitably. What that mean, Naeem? I don't want people to come out here thinking that Cheeto was slow, man, because Cheeto caught Saquon from behind, so relax. Cheeto can fly, man. Relax. Let's see. Let me make sure we good on time, man. I just want to make sure everybody got time to, to get their means in. So let me try to find the button. Let me try to find a button so we can make sure everybody got their Yon means in. It don't show me. All right, cool. Let me go to OBS because I know OBS gonna show me. Cool, 42 minutes. All right, I got a good idea. Got a good idea about how this gonna go. For those of you that have just tuned in, stay tuned in because we'll be dropping film directly after this thing, man. So y'all, please hang tight, hang tight, hang tight. We got a bunch of fun talk to get to today. No long talk.
The conference has been locked.
No long talk, but we do have talk to get through. We gonna get Eric up next. Adrian on deck. Angel from Texas in the hole. Let's run it. Eric, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on, Voch? Can you hear me?
I hear you good, player. What's cracking?
Hey, first of all, I want to give you props on being Prophet Voch on the CD Lamb pick.
Hey, man, hard work pays off. We talked that thing into existence. We spoke it, my guy, and we got our dude, man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But a different subject I want to bring up. Have you seen any of our undrafted free agents? What do you think about them?
I was waiting until the list fully came out because the list is going to change up. You know, like we had a guy, then we didn't have a guy. Then we had Courtney Davis, then we didn't have Courtney Davis. And I saw recently, you know what I'm saying, Kendrick Rogers from, you know, the other Texas A&M wide receiver, Kendrick Rogers, was added to the list. So I'm just waiting until the list is like done, until it's out. And then when it's out, I will go back and, you know, follow up and do my research.
Oh, okay. Because I had it pulled up and I want to talk about it, but I'll wait till tomorrow and everything on Monday and let them figure it out. But
I know for sure
on
the Mississippi State kid is cool. I think the TCU running back is probably gonna play fullback for you. So keep eyes on that.
Yeah.
And Kendrick Rogers was hurt this year, but he had a hell of a game versus LSU last year. The 7 overtime game.
He did.
Hell of a game.
Yeah, I remember that game.
He's more of a big target. So, you know, it's a few guys. The pass rusher from North Texas is cool, you know, just whatever.
Yeah. You got your boy Terrence Steele on there too, huh?
Terrence Steele got whooped in the Senior Bowl so much, man. I was so mad at him. And y'all can go watch my Senior Bowl coverage, the Texas Tech tackle Terrence Steele. He can come in and like compete or whatever, but he was getting smoked at the Senior Bowl, man. I just ain't know how to feel about it.
Yeah. Yeah, he might be able to compete with the guy out of Indiana to be the swing tackle, maybe.
Brandon Knight. Yeah, we'll see. Well, it's out of him and Mitch Hyatt right now, so that's up to Mitch Hyatt. But go ahead.
Yeah, but you know, but pretty much a whole seven rounds in there, all our 7 picks and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I had to look back and say to myself, it's crazy how everything that we wanted and needed is falling just right in our lap.
Sure.
And I mean, the 7th-round pick with the quarterback, yeah, that was just a toss-up. It's pretty much the 7th-round pick, whatever you want to. But the first 6 picks, like when I seen Badass on there, I was like, huh?
Yeah.
Like, how did we land him? I figured someone to scoop him up sooner than that.
Sure.
And Bradley or not, I figured he would have been gone way before the 5th round, and that really shocked me. I figured someone would have took a chance on Diggs and got him in the 1st round, but somehow he slid to the 2nd round right in our lap. So everything was addressed. That's what I really liked. Like, after CD Lamb, it was like, okay, now we can address everything we need. Like, this was a really good draft to draft from this year, and most of the players that we got in the later rounds, you know, 4th, 5th rounds, you know, they were top 100 players, top 150 players and everything like that. So, and we got them at great value. So I got to really commend the Cowboys for a great draft this year.
Absolutely, man. Shouts out to them. I don't know what they did different. I don't know if it's Jerry Jones' boat or the fact that we pushed Jason Garrett off the bridge, but we need to do that again next year.
And yeah, of course. And with the secondary and everything, I'm not worried about our secondary at all. Like maybe the safety position might be a question mark and everything like that. But when it comes to the cornerback position, personally, I feel like Diggs is gonna take Anthony Brown's spot at some point because I'm putting Cheeto and I'm putting Jordan Lewis on the outside because even in his early years, Jordan Lewis used to give Jordy Nelson that work. You know, Jordy Nelson to get him here, then Jordan Lewis to get him back. But, you know, Jordan Lewis has big game experience, and he know how to rise to the occasion. Like, Jordan Lewis had a 1st-round grade on him, you know, but he had some troubles coming out of Michigan. But this is a guy who's going to get drafted in the 1st round. So he has the talent to compete. and he doesn't back down from any receiver at all. So I want those two athletes on the outside, and Cheeto is probably our best athlete at corner now that Byron Jones is gone. Like, he's probably the best athlete on defense now just because Byron Jones is gone.
Mm-hmm.
So all we gotta do is teach him how to turn his head around, because Cheeto was never beat. Cheeto was never beat on any of his coverage. He just didn't get his head around in time.
Sure.
So we got two guys that thrive in press coverage. The only thing we need to get figured out is that slot position, because Anthony Brown, he only plays good in off coverage. If he can see the quarterback eyes and play the quarterback eyes, Anthony Brown is fine. Sure. But if we tell him we need you to go up there and press that number 3 in the slot, I don't feel too comfortable with him with that. The film session that you dropped with Diggs was really good. I seen him pressing in the slot, and he was riding step for step. The back pedal wasn't pretty, but he didn't get beat. Riding with the receiver in his hip pocket, step for step, got his head around, caught the ball, interception. I'll take that in the slot all day long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely, indubitably. You know how I feel, man. What else you got for the show, man? What else? You good?
Man, I just want to say, man, I appreciate that I can actually talk actual football with somebody, man, because it's trying to talk to pedestrians out here, man. It's like you're trying to speak Spanish to them.
Yeah.
So I just appreciate that you doing your thing and everything, and there's a place where I can come actually talk a language where somebody else understand me. You know what I'm saying?
Understood, man. Understood. No doubt, man. That's why we have these shows like this, man. So you can reach out, and we can not just have a social media one sentence exchange. Like, we can actually talk this stuff. So appreciate you, man.
Man, I'm gonna let you get. I'm gonna get out your hair, Voch. You have a good show, man. I'm gonna keep on listening, though.
Yes, sir. Indubitably. Yes, sir.
Already.
Yes, sir. Great call, man. Great call. That was Eric there. We got actually, hold on. Give me 30 seconds. Let me see what's going on here. Let me check. Isaiah Chambers is a defensive end from the University of Houston. Okay. He wants me to critique his film. How old is you? You going back to school next year? Hold on, y'all. Let me Google Isaiah Chambers real quick. Give me 30 seconds so I can figure this out. Done. Click. Y'all give me 30 seconds. We can figure this out. Let me fix my head. Let me see what's going on here. I'm gonna get right back to y'all. Y'all don't go nowhere now. He's a junior last year. You going into the senior year? Cool. We'll figure it out. We'll get back to it. Let's get back to the phones then. Back into the phones. Back at it again. Angel from Texas is next. Dante is on deck. What up, Angel?
What up, Voch?
Everything, my guy.
That's cool, bro. Man, I like the prospects of the CeeDee Lamb pick. I think it was an underrated need just because of what you got with Gallup coming up. Mm-hmm. Your concerns with injury between Gallup and Cooper, man. You can't never have. I think in today's NFL, you see successful teams with those three just pass catching just options. I know Zeke is a threat, but like with just pass, you can't having like elite pass catchers. Also, just an idea of further down the line, you might be able to either keep Gallup and maybe trade Cooper for a pick once Gallup's contract comes up. I wouldn't do it. I'm not saying I would, but it's just an option. Or you can, when you let Gallup go, you can always find another Gallup. Just it gives you wiggle room is what I'm saying. It doesn't keep you bolted into thinking that you just got to ride out with Cooper and just the kind of concerns you may have in the future with with money and all that. If there's any concerns, that's about all I had. I like all the other picks too. Mm-hmm. Addressing the center, addressing our secondary.
Yeah.
I don't think our defense is as bad off as guys like Dan Orlovsky.
Right.
I talk about, but I need something to talk about. So.
I tell you what, man. It's two kinds of modes you can be in. You either in team building mode or you trying to win a Super Bowl. I'm trying.
Yeah, I just feel like it's always fluid, man. You know what I mean? Like the Super Bowl window, you can kind of always swing for the fences, but sometimes you might overproject it, man, and just kind of let the field play to you. I feel like some teams, man, it's just kind of the window kind of rolled up, on them, and they just went in this mode of, we got all these building blocks and we can't let these building blocks go. We got to capitalize now. Romo for a while was a big building block, and we just ran into a quarterback, man. So I do feel like we need our players, and I appreciate the talent when we have it, and you got to pay it because you got to pay somebody.
Yeah.
You don't want to be this team with all this cap room because that means you suck.
Well, we ran into Dak because Tony back kept breaking. You know what I'm saying? Like if Tony was healthy, he'll probably still be the quarterback of this team right now. So that's that. But just I mean,
I feel like there's more examples. I don't think that's just the only example. I just feel like it's a. I'm not saying you depend on. I'm not saying you would depend on that, but I just feel like when you like the 49ers giving up a Buckner and to get a Kinlaw, when you have those pieces, that's an asset, and so just kind of getting bogged down with those same assets at time versus knowing when to flip them is what I'm saying.
Yeah, and in my opinion, I think for 2 years, I think they got worse at that spot. I think they're worse in that position. I'm not necessarily trying to get worse at a position. Elway did a good thing in terms of team building, but he just went to the Super Bowl last year. I'm trying to go to the Super Bowl. Yeah, Lynch. That's John Lynch. John Lynch. My bad. Not Elway. Lynch. They just went to a Super Bowl last year. If it's me,
you're right.
I'm trying to franchise tag Buckner and draft Kinlaw. So I need more help. You know what I'm saying? And then when my team blows up, then we can talk about team building. I'm not trying.
Yeah, you're right.
But
I just look at it like you got to pay. You're going to have to pay Bosa.
Yeah.
You already just paid Armstead, so it's just you can't. You can be rich at a position, but you gotta. It's a fluid thing.
Yeah.
I think Travis Frederick retire is a blessing in disguise because it kind of forces you to get young at your offensive line while still getting cheaper.
Yeah, I think for the most part we're pretty young at all. I think on average we under 30 at offensive line.
Yeah, but I feel like these guys been snap wise, NFL snap wise, they're old. You know what I mean? Like they've been making every snap. They've been in the league for a little bit. Tyron Smith more notably.
Tyron Smith's the only one.
Snap wise, you look at a guy in his prime for 5 or 6, 7. Just depending on the position and when his prime is going down, maybe you want to get a young guy who his prime is on his way up versus having that, savvy vet whose prime is on the way down. Not talking down on Smith or Martin like that, but I'm just kind of thinking outside the box.
Funny enough, Zach Martin is like older than Tyron Smith, I think.
I
think
Frederick and Martin are older than Smith.
Right. It's just that Smith been playing since he was 17 years old, some crazy shit like that.
Yeah.
But for the most part, man, I think we're really young at offensive line, man. I think we're still young at offensive line. They do have miles on them, but Zach is only like 6 years in. Lael is like 4 or 5, I believe.
They've been doing an awesome job of rotating that youth.
Yeah.
Zach and by the time they're out, you're going to have some guys you probably had drafted, waiting on the wings, and I think they just had it set up that way.
Yeah.
And I think wide receiver now is set up the same way.
I think as long as we keep drafting, we'll be all right. Long as we keep drafting and don't end up in salary cap hell and, trying to buy all the free agents and giving away CD Lamb so we can get Jamal Adams, little goofy stuff like that. Long as we ain't doing that.
First round pick for Roy Williams, shit like that.
Long as we ain't doing stuff like that, we'll be all right.
All right, Voch, have a good Sunday, man. I'm gonna keep listening.
Great call, my guy. Salute. Yep. Now, if there's any offensive lineman that we need to look forward to potentially, finding the next guy is Tyrone Smith, but I think that guy is Connor Williams. I said yesterday in the show with Fuster King, man, hey, if Tyrone Smith just up and one day say he tired and he don't want to play no more, then Connor Williams be your left tackle, Connor McGovern be your left guard, Tyler Badass be your center. Rio dropped a dime in the super chat say, why the fans always want to trade away your receivers? Because they, it's a very Madden mindset to where if you think you have one extra or something that you just need to trade it away, you just need to trade away an offensive lineman, you need to trade away a receiver because you got it. But I'm not trying to. I'm trying to win a Super Bowl, man. So I need as many bodies as I can. I'm not trying to trade away Tyrone Crawford. He's useful somewhere. You know what I'm saying? He's useful somewhere. That boy. What was I saying? Damn, who we talking about? That's useful somewhere. Tyrone Crawford. Hey man, look, Tyrone Crawford sits down for a little bit. The run defense go to crap. I think that means something. You know what I'm saying? Like Tyrone Crawford may not be your favorite player. You may not like his contract, but he has a room somewhere. He has space to play on this team somewhere. When it comes to our wide receiver situation, I'm reminded of advice my uncle gave me as a little kid. You can never have too many Ferraris in the garage. Hey man, shouts out to him, Naeem. Privilege. Somebody got money. Shouts out to Naeem dropping a dime in the super chat, man. I got a 5 from Brandon in the Cash App. Salute to you. Let's see if it was a message attached to that. It wasn't. He just did it for the coach. Appreciate you, Dap. Salute to you, Daps. But it's virtual Daps because we're social distancing. So it's a virtual Dap. You know what I'm saying? Can't let you too close. Hey man, y'all don't dap nobody because we need football. You know what I'm saying? We need football. Dante, you the last call for the day, sir. What's happening?
Hey, how you doing, Voch?
What's cracking like, my guy?
Man, listen, I want to tell you directly, you are an outstanding football man.
Man.
You really are. I've been listening to you for a couple of years now, but I don't call in and stuff like that. I just look at your videos, listen to you break down players, because I don't know football. I mean, I know football. I've been watching since 1977, but I never played football. I grew up boxing, playing basketball. Boxed amateurs 11 years for Sugar Ray Leonard Gym, and I played basketball.
Yeah.
I didn't play football. I know talent. I can see the game, but I don't know the game like a person like yourself. Man, you be predicting things and seeing things that I can tell is that of a person that is a football man. You should truly be in someone's front office because you understand structural team building.
Man.
And the thing that I see, I tell people all the time, the problem that has happened with the Cowboys over the last 25 years.
The conference has been unlocked.
A Jerry Jones problem in terms of being a GM. It's a Jerry Jones problem in terms of being a businessman.
Right.
As a businessman, when you know you can't do everything, and no businessman that makes a lot of money and has a lot of power and influence in the organization like the Cowboys thinks they can do everything. They generally empower people who have philosophies to be able to manage situations to make influence and going in the right direction. Every coach that we've had since we lost Jimmy Johnson, with the exception of the great Barry Switzer, they didn't have philosophies that stood in place and worked. I personally think when we brought in Parcells was done. His philosophy for how you went about coaching and running offense and defense.
The conference has been locked.
That's why he lost Bill Belichick. You know what I mean?
Right.
When we went to Wade Phillips, Wade had a defensive philosophy, but not a true offensive approach. Before we had Bill, we had who I call the mascot. God, I can't even remember his name. He was hilarious. He was a DB coach under Jimmy.
Campo?
But, yeah, Campo. I called him the mascot because he was always like a mascot instead of a real coach. And then when we got rid of Wade, we brought in Jerry's son, and man, he understood coaching at certain levels, but I don't think he understood team building the same way.
I will say that this new regime of guys, this Will McClay, Stephen Jones run team is a lot more concise than what we've been doing. You know, if you look at the Cowboys draft history, sometimes it's, you know, just all over the place, sporadic. It's emotional. Sometimes you'll just get too caught up into whatever. But what we see for the most part is we don't trade around our first picks anymore. Like, we just kind of hang in there and just draft the best guy. For the most part, for the past, the past 10, 12 years, our first round picks, we ain't really been missing on them. Except like Taco, but that's it.
Well, see, and with things like that, I think, like, for real, I think that this draft was you seeing Will McClay and his staff run the draft, and Steven and Jerry go with their men who run that draft instead of allowing coaching influence.
Sure.
I think in years before, Jerry has tried to be the businessman and satisfy what his manager of a department is coming to complaining about what they need. For instance, if you run McDonald's, right, and your head fry cook is always coming to you telling you need a second person on fries, but you haven't addressed that in their opinion, they cry. And I think with the draft and the taco, I think with, you know, some of the other drafts that you were like, okay, I think that was them crying. But I think when you got a guy like McCarthy has come in and understood that they got people in place that know what they doing.
Right.
So he understands how to play his role and allow himself to find the right role to play with his coaching staff to let the scouts do their job, and you bring in what you need.
Right.
What made that stand out to me was when I watched them not draft a tight end.
Okay.
Now, I've heard other people talk about how they could go get this guy, that guy, whatever. You know, I think they were smart enough to say, okay, this is how we use our tight ends. We use our tight ends 5 to 10 yards in between the hash marks. Do we need to go spend a high draft pick on a tight end? No. It would be nice to get a great tight end that can move it 40 yards, but if you only move it 10 yards at the most with your tight end, go for signing your free agent. Sure. The kid, Sean McKeon, that I seen, that kid can run that route all day long.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? He can run 7 and in. You know, so my point is, I think the philosophy has changed in the building for bringing in McCarthy. Now, I don't know the details of football again. I ain't a football guy. You ask me about popping a jab and throwing a hook at 50 years old, I still do that very well.
Okay.
I can't tell you how it works in the football realm, but I can see how a man in leadership understands how to take the role and allow people to manage and do things themselves and not try to micromanage the situation. I thought the draft was outstanding.
Yeah.
I think Reggie Robinson is going to be a problem. I really do.
Yeah.
I think that young man has some incredible skill sets.
Yeah.
And I want to just say one or two more things. Getting CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb is, to me, the best broken play open runner that I've seen since John Stallworth.
Okay.
The thing that made Pittsburgh a great team in the 70s was John Stallworth being able to make plays happen in the open field. This boy, he reminds me, now he has a lot of what you see in DeAndre Hopkins.
Right.
But when he running that ball, he better than DeAndre Hopkins. He like John Stallworth.
Sure.
I'm telling you, this boy is unreal. Go watch John Stallworth and watch him. Same type of build.
Well, I was born in '92, so I missed all that. But
right.
But I feel you, old man. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think he's similar to Hopkins in terms of build and his release. You know what I mean? Like he can make plays downfield, like 50-50 ball, like body control, things like that. Control on like back shoulder phase. But when he's got the ball in his hands, that boy is Alvin Kamara with the ball in his hands.
Now listen. I know you young boys, y'all think that this is a new game. But I'm here to tell you, it's not a new game.
Okay.
It's not. I'm telling you, the game. You like the thing about taking players. Okay, like if you notice, we've taken a few players that have switched from offense to defense, defense to offense.
Sure.
That was the thing Tom Landry did all the time.
Yeah.
Most of our great offensive linemen in the 60s and 70s and early 80s, they were ex-defensive players.
Right.
Same thing with the cornerbacks.
Sure.
They used to always take receivers and convert them to corner.
Yeah.
This isn't new.
Yeah.
So I'm saying this to say, I am an old man. Well, I still date young girls, but
it's your business, player. Do your thing.
When you get a chance, go look at John Stallworth.
Okay.
Watch his tape.
I watch an old VCR tape. I got you.
Hey, man, you know, yep.
I watch an old VCR Betamax.
And listen to the music on cassette.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm telling you, C.D. Lamb, John Stallworth 2.0.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, some things just you'd be like, wow, this guy was single-handedly winning games. I think we're gonna be a problem.
We should be, man. I'm thinking Super Bowl, man. I'm thinking Super Bowl, but that could just me being a fan or whatever. But yo, great call, man. Appreciate it, Dante.
Hey, man. Thank you, man. You keep doing this, man. I see you have your own network one day, young brother.
Hey, man, let it fly. It's on the way. Trust me, it's on the way.
Yes. Yes, sir.
It's on the way.
Thank you.
Baby steps. You know what I'm saying? Why go to ESPN when I can make my own? You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Hey, look, this is the funny part. Dante say he like young women. He's like 50-something. Young women to him is like 38. Which is old for me. Perspective. Uncle Charlie, you the last one for the day. What's good?
Man, what's going on, man?
Hey, everything, Uncle Charlie. What you got for the show?
See, I told you that you're on your way to a front office job.
Yes, sir.
I told you you're on your way, and you will get there.
Yes, sir.
And we will see you on that TV, and I'll be the first one to say, I told you so.
Right.
But getting into what you got going on today, all we did, Voch, is get value for our money.
Right.
All we did is go to McDonald's and get us a cookie, a cheeseburger, a fish sandwich, and a cold Coca-Cola for $5. Now, while everybody down there at Church's Chicken get them a 2-piece and a green pepper, while they ain't gonna swole up for 16 weeks, we getting value.
Right.
This is the way it goes.
Right.
We getting value.
Right.
And I'm sick of these Philadelphia fans getting on here telling me, oh, Lord, if we would have got C.D. Lamb, they would have got it. And just like you said, Voch, just like you said,
right.
If Jason Garrett was the coach, he would have never got C.D. Lamb.
Right.
And I want to know your opinion today. I really want to ask one thing. That last pick, what do you think about the last pick? Because I watched film on the guy. He can throw the ball pretty good, and if he can't find nobody, he takes off running. So what is your opinion about that last pick?
Ben DiNucci, he's basically gonna be a guy. He's just like Cooper Rush, honestly, and a guy that he's gonna make smart plays. He's gonna get the ball out quick, and if it's not there, he can kind of scramble and run around a little bit. So that's that. Will he come in and be new Dak? I don't think so. Will he come in and be new Cooper Rush? Possibly. I think that's what it is. So let him come in. Let us not pay Rush next year. Let Ben DiNucci be the new quarterback number 2. Now, if anything happens to Dak, if he's out for like 3 games, what we gonna do? We gonna run the ball and we're gonna throw short passes, and we gonna pray to God that everything is okay, and we just gonna try to get through them 3 games. But if Dak is out for like the whole season, like if it's knock on wood, if anything real bad happens or whatever, we'll just get a top pick and we'll just run it back next year. So I don't see Ben really being here making any kind of change or whatnot.
Well, the whole thing is different now. We got cornerbacks that got the size and length.
Right.
I mean, Chris Bashard was teaching coverage,
right,
but he never taught press coverage.
Sure.
A lot of our guys was getting beat down the field. Why can't we go back to the Lester Hayes day, where he right up on the guy and he squat?
Yeah.
And you're following this guy down the field. We don't got away from the old school.
Yeah.
And some of the old school techniques worked.
Yeah.
It never get old like fine wine.
Yeah.
And I just, I'm tired of these Philadelphia Eagles. I got a problem with the Eagles fans. I got a problem with Philadelphia.
Oh, boy.
Stop your whining. Go get Rocket out in front of that Capitol See if Adrian gonna let him come play. Go get him, and see if he's gonna show up at the stadium. And I can almost guarantee you he'll still be out there standing up with his hands up in the air.
Right.
And I'm telling y'all, leave us alone. We're not playing. I'm looking for a Super Bowl. I'm waiting for a Super Bowl. I love you, Voch. I love you, brother. I told you. You called it. You called it. You called it. Yeah. Don't never let nobody stop you. You're on your way up.
Right.
All the way up, baby. And I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Appreciate it, Uncle Charlie, man. Great call, man. Great call. Let me tell y'all something about Uncle Charlie, man. I had these phones shut off, but I saw my uncle call in. I fired them things right back up. I fired it back up. We don't play around with these Uncle Charlie calls, man. Listen, I'll probably talk in the chat box for like 5 minutes, see what y'all talking about. I know we did this for the phones, but I kind of want to get you guys' thoughts too, because you may be in a country where you can't call in. You may have talked up your anytime minutes anytime. You may have thrown your phone out the window and busted your screen, so you can't really dial the numbers on there. But I will look at your comments in the comment section and the chat box, and we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it, and then after that, we'll go over to the Neville Gallimore film session, and we'll learn something about our new defensive tackle there. All right. So, chat box, fire off your questions. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. Bam. There we go. All right. What's up, chat box? What you got? Where we at? What we looking like? What is looking like? What the vibes is? Voch is on my way up. Yeah, Voch is on the way up 100%. Right means keep talking on elsewhere. Nah, man, look, I be listening, but I listen to battle rap, and there's this battle rapper named Tay Rock, and whenever one of Tay Rock's like whenever one of his like friends or teammates, like whenever one of them is battling, Tay Rock is the hype man, and that's how Tay Rock hype his guys up. So after every line, Tay Rock be like, right, what else, facts, right, and that's how I just kind of picked that up, and that's how I talk to Uncle Charlie sometimes, man. That's how I talk to all y'all, really, but. You know, and y'all need to stop thinking Tyrone Crawford is bad. Tyrone Crawford is not bad. He's really good, and you really saw what you saw what he was missing in the run game. You know, you just can't have Tyrone Crawford missing in the run game. So, relax, cut that out, man. Cut that out. Voch will have his own show, 80% content, 20% humor. Facts. Your uncle is good, indubitably. Uncle Charlie's fantastic. Do you think Cheeto will be moved to safety? That's a fan theory, but I think Cheeto is really good at corner. He just got to get that one last technique right. And once he gets his head, and you know what, Cheeto will probably find the ball better if he wasn't in off man. If he wasn't in off man coverage, he'll probably find the ball better, because if you're in press man, the exchange is a lot more physical, and you're more likely to have a better feel for where the route is going. And maybe Cheeto will find the ball a little better if he was closer to whoever he's covering. So. Joe Sandberg says, I like the O-line depth. Indubitably. We got our big five. Joe Looney is there. Badass is around. Connor McGovern's around. You know what I'm saying? Brandon Knight's going to be our swing guy. Adam Redmond can go, but Mitch Hyatt is going to be having competition. Terrence Steele from Texas Tech was getting whooped in the Senior Bowl. Y'all can go watch my Senior Bowl video of that. But he going to come in and, compete and do some training camp things, So we'll see what happens. Get him versus Bradley or not, and Bradley gonna smoke him. How do I know Bradley or not gonna smoke Terrence Steele? Because at the Senior Bowl practices, my bad, y'all. I didn't mean to scream at anybody. I think at the Senior Bowl, I forgot what team Terrence Steele was on, but I think at the Senior Bowl or at Senior Bowl practice, one of them times, I think Bradley or not smoked Terrence to get a sack. I think that's the case. I could be wrong. Is CeeDee Lamb the next 88? I just want CeeDee Lamb to be whoever he is, man. I like guys creating their own lane, man. Zeke ain't got to be the new Emmett, you know what I'm saying? Because Emmett wasn't the next Dorsett, you know what I'm saying? He was his own guy, you know what I'm saying? Troy wasn't the next Roger, you know what I mean? Dak ain't the next Troy. Let everybody be their own thing, man. Let everybody be their own thing. And I understand 88 means something in this in his organization, but let guys be their guys, man. Whose get off is better, Tristan Hill or Gallimore? That's a great question, because I know these people ready to write off Tristan Hill. That's a great question. I still think Tristan's get off is better, but Gallimore got a hell of a get off too, though. I don't know. I would have to look at them next to each other. I'm gonna get back to you. That's a fantastic question. Lamb says he wants to wear 10. Yeah, I saw him. He was on the radio. He said that he want to wear 10. Same hate the Cowboy fans that want to slap 8-8 on every receiver. Okay, same hate that the Cowboys fans want to slap 8-8 on every receiver. Yeah. Be your own guy. Tyrone is a solid player, deserves his spot. Sure. All the fans keep talking about safety. I'm telling you, Donovan Wilson is ready to break out. I think it's interesting that, you know, no matter what part of the draft we was in, we didn't get safety at all. We just didn't get safety at all. We just didn't. We didn't do it at all. Just at no point did we look at safety. So I think this team feels good about the safeties that we have. Kendrick Rogers, number 4 receiver. I mean, nah, because Kendrick got to make the team, man. Kendrick got to come in and, first of all, he got to stay healthy. Then Kendrick got to be better than John V. Johnson. He got to be better than Cedric Wilson. He got to be better than Kentrell Bryant. You know what I mean? So, you know, somebody earlier said that Mike McCarthy say training camp is gonna be in Texas. Man, look, it don't matter where training camp at. I'm in there like swimwear, you heard? Whether it's in Texas or whether it's in California, I'm making both trips anyway. I probably end up going to California anyway, man. Me and the lady have a reason to want to go to California anyway, so we'll go to California anyway. We gonna go to California anyway. Let's see. Just joined the chat and found your channel. The CD pick folks bag on his speed, but I'd rather have his hands in contact balance. Stay safe. Well, Steve B, they can say whatever they want about his speed, but some of your favorite receivers in the league are 4.5 40 guys. You know, Nuke Hopkins is a 4.5 40 guy. Michael Thomas is a 4.5 40 guy. You know, I think Mike Evans is a 4.5 40 guy, I think too. So I mean, do what works for you, man. I ain't trying to hear about all these people hating on Sedarian, man. I ain't trying to hear it. Voch, do you see Cheeto having a strong year this upcoming season? Sure, indubitably. I think so. Anyway, I'm dropping this link in the chat box. I want y'all. Hey, look, y'all ever got a whooping from your mama and she'll talk while she's whooping you, and every time she say a word, you get hit? You get hit every time she say a word, and her sentences just keep getting long. I hate that. That's how I'm typing in this link. But y'all hit this link so we can go watch this Neville Gallimore film session together as a family. Okay. Go watch this, and when you get over there, let me know that you're coming from the live stream so that we can bond on the fact that we were in the live stream together. All right. Y'all hold it down. Y'all hold it down for the Doski Woski, man. The Peasky Whiskey is incredibly free. And we'll just cross that road, man. Why isn't Connor swing tackle? Because he's a left guard. All right, y'all. Peace. I'm about to get up out of here and go watch the Neville Gallimore film session. Y'all meet me over there, man. This was great, man. Thanks for everybody that came through. Hey, go watch all my other film sessions too, man. Peace.